Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Howa Trekka 2 stainless 308 rifle package. Now this package comes complete as you see it, guys. It's imported by OSA, or Outdoor Sporting Agencies, here in Australia. Now they sent this one up to me just to check out as is. I didn't get any paperwork with it, guys, so I can't read up on any manuals or anything, but I'll still go into quite a few details about it, so you've just got an overall rundown of the rifle. Let me go ahead and clear it. You can see there's no live ammo anywhere near the rifle. So we'll start off just with a run by of it. And at the rear you can see nice generous kick pad, which is going to come in handy for 308. Also the rear sling attachment. Now the stock is a Hogue stock. It's pillar bedded and it has that just rubber over molded feel about it that's typical with Hogue. Now Hogue are a pretty cheap stock, but honestly guys, I've got quite a few Hogue stocks and I just love them because they just feel so comfortable. But anyhow, each to their own. I just think they're really good, so I'm glad to see it on this rifle. Now the typical, or I should say traditional way that you buy a Howa is you buy a barreled action and then you add the accessories from there, so you buy the stock of your choice and so forth. But as I say, this is a package, so it comes complete. So the barrel that we've got here is a 20 inch or 51 centimeters ultralight barrel. Okay, so it's stainless steel, as you can see there. It's a 1 in 10 inch twist, so pretty good for almost any 308 round. It shouldn't have any problem at all stabilizing. Now on top here, we've got pretty entry level stuff here, guys, to keep the price point down, I have to be honest. Nikko Sterling 3-9 by 42 Night Eater optic. We've got Nikko Sterling 1 inch rings and a Nikko Sterling Picatinny rail. Now there's some of you guys who probably won't go near a cheap optic like this, and there's others that will actually really go for them. But for me personally, guys, I mean honestly, I think most of us here in Australia, if we've been shooting since we were really young like I have, a Nikko Sterling was like the first scope I ever had, because as a kid, you're on a budget and you can't afford a lot of stuff. So, and still to this day, that same Nikko Sterling scope is still working. It hasn't failed. Anyhow, each to their own. Some people might have some bad stories about them, but personally, I mean, I agree they're a cheap scope, but they've certainly got a purpose for people on a budget. Now, the action here is all stainless, as you can see. Now, the bolt and the safety, quite interesting here. You've got a 3-position safety. So if you push it all the way back, you can't cycle the action, and naturally you can't fire. Move it 1 click forward, you can actually cycle the action, but you still can't fire. Then move it all the way forward, turn the safety off. Naturally you can cycle the action and you can fire. But have a look at this trigger, okay? This is what they call their HACT, or it's a Howa actuated control trigger is what it stands for. So they say that it's creep-free, crisper, lighter trigger pull, and a consistent let-off. And to be quite honest, just dry firing it, I have to agree. Now you've got your first stage there, okay? So really that's very light. And then just a nice crisp let-off from there. So I'm really looking forward to using this rifle out in the field. Normally the 308 Howa rifle comes with their internal floor plate magazine, okay, so it holds like 5 rounds. This here has got the conversion on it, so it's a detachable magazine conversion, and it's got a 10-round magazine. So the mag release just at the front here, just push back and out it comes. And you can see there it's pretty much a single stack polymer magazine. Now, overall weight, guys, I'm not sure what we're looking at here. I haven't been able to actually see any stats on it. And sorry, I just don't have the scales to weigh it at this stage. But I can say in general, just picking up, it feels very light in the hand. Great for being out in the scrub, having that little bit shorter barrel. And obviously being an ultralight, it's not going to weigh you down. So if you want to go on a bit of a trek, hey, you can definitely do it. Now the price point with this, honestly guys, is pretty attractive. $980 for the overall package that you see here in the stainless version, and you can get it in blued for those of you who are more traditional and like the blued finish for $885. So that's a very attractive price point. So anyhow guys, even though this isn't a bench rifle by any means, we'll start off, we'll test out a few different rounds, and we'll get out on the farm now and put this rifle through its paces. Alright guys, so we've got a wide variety of ammo to test today. So we'll start off with the Buffalo River, the OSA, loaded with the 135 grain hollow point. Then we'll jump up to the 150 grain Swift Sirocco from Outback Ammo, and then onto the 150 grain whitetail ammunition from Hornady. Then we'll jump up to the 165 grain Sierra Gamekings from Outback Ammo. Now this usually is quite a good performer, I find. Even though the rifle isn't a match rifle, we'll still try out the 168 grain Sierra Match Kings from Outback Ammo. And then last of all, we'll jump up to the heavier stuff, which is 180 grain Woodleys from Winchester. So we've just got a target out there at 100 yards, guys. We'll do 5-shot groups and see how this rifle performs. Alright guys, we've had to sort of cut the group a bit short. We're still going to do the other ammo, but as we started to get into the heavier grain projectiles here, we've really had quite a bit of drop, so I wasn't sure how that had come out on film, so I thought, well, we'll measure these, we'll put up a fresh target, and I'll actually come up a couple of clicks so that we seem to get it in the highlighted area, so to speak. So first of all, the OSA ammo with the 135 grain Sierra Gamekings. 5-shot group there. So it'll probably be about 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 inch group there. Then I was actually, my point of aim was here for the Swift Sirocco 150 grain from Outback Ammo, and I was shooting down here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I say that'll be a little bit bigger. Yeah, see we're at 2 inches there, so not very impressive there. Then I came up here with the Hornady 150 grain whitetail. My point of aim was there, and we had quite a bit of spread, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's even worse, I would say. Yeah, 2.5 inches there, so nothing too promising at this stage, guys, but we'll rip this target down, put another one up, and I'll come up a couple of clicks just so we can see the groups on the high vis area and see how the rest of the ammo performs. Okay guys, so this is the last of the groups here. So we had the 165 grain Sierra Gamekings. Now, point of aim was there, we were still dropping a fair bit, so I'm just going to have to sight it in to those heavier projectiles. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, so the 4 was a nice little cluster. I mean, wish it was that was the group, because we'd be in at about 0.7 of an inch. But unfortunately with that, I think that was the first shot there, we've come out to 1.4, 1.5 inches. So yeah, I just wish we didn't have that one out there, because that was a nice cluster. Now I'm going to have to replay the tape here guys. I honestly don't know which is which with this group, because I lost it when I was shooting. I couldn't exactly see which shot was from what ammo, but we had the 168 grain Sierra Match Kings and then the 180 grain Woodleys from Winchester. So I'm hoping that that's one group there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if that is a group, and like I say, we'll just replay the tape when I'm editing and be able to see it. So we'd be coming in at about 0.7 there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to the side here. So forgive me guys if this is out of whack. It's not how it was when we were watching it. I just can't see it on a big screen when we're out here in the field. So if that was the group size there, we're at like 1.8 inches. So obviously I wouldn't be too happy with that. So look, the rifle is a hunting rifle, so I think probably the best ammunition to go for will be the 165 grain Sierra Gamekings. I'm going to try to get that sighted in at exactly the right elevation, move it over a couple of clicks to the left here, and we'll just see how we go with firing a few more rounds of that ammunition. Loading the mag is very straightforward. They honestly almost just fall in. They're so easy to load. When you look at it, they are pretty much single stack, just aligned slightly off center. But it's absolutely flawless with the feeding, no issues whatsoever, and a really tough and durable magazine. Okay guys, I'll wrap up with my final thoughts on the Howa 1500 in 308. It's a pretty cheap rifle, you know, and you get a lot of bang for your buck, literally. So, you know, they've sent up here just the Nico Sterling, as I touched on in the intro there. Probably one of the cheapest entry-level scopes you could get, but it does the job, you know, for what this overall package is, and that's just a knockabout hunting package. I really like the recoil pad. I can assure you, after firing quite a few of those rounds, I really appreciated just a generous kick pad there. So really nice. Just a feeling of just that Hogue stock, like it just comes up, sits nice on the cheek. Just in general, a really nice sort of hunting rifle. Now, once I finally got it sighted in with those Sierra Gamekings, the 165 grain, it was great. When I actually shot at those cans there just for a bit of fun off the shoulder, you could really see this rifle come into its own. It's not a bench rest rifle by any means. It's used out in the field, hunting, shooting off the shoulder, leaning up against a tree, and that's its main purpose. So I find the accuracy on it, look, acceptable. It's not brilliant, but it's still acceptable for a cheap entry-level rifle that you can get out and do some good hunting with. Anyhow guys, if you want to check out one of these, like I did previously when I posted the 223 review on the Howa, go and have a look at the OSA website. They've got the different models there. I'll put the link under this review and you can check some out in your own time. Alright guys, thanks for watching and we'll catch you next time.